What up, sports light? This is magic for my week 3 stardoms. Now, as I said in my situms, my stardoms and situms all that last week were a little not good. Flacco was my starter last week. Didn't do very well. Of course, I'm unhappy about that. But now I think I got some solid starters. Some of you might disagree, some of you might agree. So let's get started. My first stardom is Alex Smith against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Alex Smith did great against the Detroit Lions, and the Lions are much better than the Vikings are. So if Alex Smith can do good against the Lions, this guy can do good against the Vikings. I see him doing real well this week. So Alex Smith, start him. Now let's go on to Phillip Rivers. He was a starter for me last week. And he's playing against the Atlanta defense, which did great against Peyton Manning. I know he's a great quarterback. Peyton's the best ever. Yeah. No, but all right. Phillip Rivers has done great this year so far. Peyton Manning was still average. Phillip Rivers is going to make some things happen against Atlanta. I see that happening. Rivers, if you have him, start him. He's a good starting quarterback for this week. Running backs, these might be two guys it's obvious starting. Actually, for me, I've sat them in one of the 2 weeks. I know both of them I've sat. So my running back, number 1, is Marshawn Lynch. He's my second favorite running back in the whole league. Under Ray Rice, of course. This guy is amazing. Did very well against the Cowboys. This week he's going up on Monday night. Players tend to do better in prime time, I've noticed. But he's playing this week in Monday night against the Packers. Packers defense. The Packers are still more of an offensive team. They did great against Cutler, but it's Cutler and the Bears. The offensive line's not that great. But a running back like Lynch, this guy's going to be able to make some things happen, I think. Lynch is one of the top 5 running backs, in my opinion, in the entire league. Start Lynch. I'm feeling good about him. Now, number 2, we're going to go with Frank Gore, playing against the Vikings. So there's 2 players in my first 4 stardoms playing against the Vikings. Gore against the Vikings defense. The Vikings don't have a defense. Gore is a great running back. Did great against the Lions. I see him going places this year and this week. That's explanatory. Alright, now let's go with wide receivers. Deshaun Jackson had a decent week last week against Baltimore. This week going up against a not tough defense. Not as tough defense, of course. They know Arizona has Patrick Peterson. He's a great defensive player. But Arizona, I think Michael Vick's going to be able to complete some passes, especially if Macklin is out. Not sure what his status is right now. Injury report from Alex is going to be coming out here soon. So I know if Macklin's out, Jackson will get some more action. So that'll be good. So start Deshaun Jackson for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, next we're going to go to AJ Green. He's on the Bengals. I'm not a big Bengals fan. They're in my division with the Ravens. But he's a good start for this week. They're going up against the injury-ridden Redskins defense. I don't know if you guys heard, but I know Arakpo did something to his knee or ankle, and he's out for the season, I think. And then another Redskins defender just got out for the season. So that's good for AJ Green and the Bengals. I don't see the Redskins defense being that good. Now, holding St. Louis to 31 points, that's not good at all. And the Bengals are much better than St. Louis, I think. So AJ Green is a start in my opinion. I'm starting him in my leagues. I know that for sure. All right, now let's move on to the last 2 players at tight end. Now, I'm basing this guy off my past my game last week. Brent Selleck, tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles, going up against Arizona. Now, just like I just said about Deshaun, he's going to be doing pretty good. And I think that Selleck, that dude, did very well against the Ravens defense. That's probably one of the main reasons why we lost, because of Selleck. So, yeah, Selleck, he's a good starter. I might try to trade for him in a couple of my leagues. I like Selleck. I liked him last year, like him this year. So, if you don't have a good, strong tight end like a Jimmy Graham or Tony Gonzalez or Gronkowski, then Selleck is the way to go. Now, I know this might seem biased, and he was a starter for me last week, Dennis Pitta. Once again, he did very well against the Eagles for the Ravens. I was on that one report thing. I mean, when I was talking to those reporters earlier in that segment, they were talking about how Pitta has more targets than any of the receivers, and they've targeted Joe Flacco's targeted the tight ends more than all the receivers combined. So, needless to say, Flacco likes his tight ends. Pitta will get one touchdown, in my opinion. He is going up against the Patriots, but as we saw last year, the Patriots' D was a little questionable. This year, I don't see them being amazing, but a little better. But I think that Pitta will be able to get it done. Hopefully, let's go Ravens, Ravens Nation. But so that's it. That's it right there. Yeah. So hope you like my stardoms this week. If you have any complaints, please tell me on the thread. I'd love to hear them, and I'd love to see what I can do better for next week if I need to analyze some things a little bit more, things like that. Hopefully all these guys do well, except, no, I hope all of them do well. Yeah, especially Pitta, Ravens Nation. Alright, so I might be coming out with a few videos later. Alex, like I said, Alex is doing the injury report, so you'll see him doing that, not me. And I just want to say one thing before I go. Man, those Panthers, man. Panthers. 36-7. It's not looking like North Carolina is going to have a very good professional sports year again. Bobcats still suck. And the Panthers still suck. So we'll just see what happens with that. When you have Bradshaw out and Nick's out for the Giants, and you lose against the Giants, who almost lost to Tampa Bay last week when they had those two players, yeah, you suck. So I'm not confident in the Panthers like I was. Thank God I'm a Ravens fan. All right. So that was your Week 3 stardoms. They're stardoms. Week 3 stardoms. This is magic. Hope you enjoy it. Good job, Sports Light. Keep it up. Let's go!